All right, welcome back to the comeback, the road to the Melbourne Half Marathon. This is episode 2. I'm Josh, so let's get started. This week, it's just going to be a really simple video. I had another video planned. I started editing it this morning and just didn't go together right. I'm still learning how to pace things out and get things going. So just bear with me over the next couple of weeks while I sort of figure that out and it'll start to get better. So this week, just simple week review, kind of training review, overlook of the week. It was a good week and a bad week. Good things, bad things happened. So why don't we start with Monday because it's the first day of the week. All right, Monday was a bit of a tough run. Had a really big weekend, 26K on Sunday. That was a lot of fun. Was really sore because on Saturday was out on the trails doing some running out there and really fun because I really want to get into trail running. Not yet, but it'll come in time. I'll put some clips in. I'm sure I have already put some video clips in up on the trails up there, and it was just awesome. There was one spot where just going down that hill, it was a little bit steeper than I expected it to be, and it was pretty tough on the legs and the body, and definitely felt that on Monday's run. So tried to do the smart thing, not panic, but call it early at 30 minutes, just under 6K. It was quite slow, and just rest up for Tuesday for track. All right, and then we had Tuesday track session. This week was 5 times 800, 400 meter efforts with 60 seconds rest in between everything. It was a good session and a bad session. It was a good session in that I didn't really want to do it at some points, and it was like, one of those sessions where you're missing all your splits and it's just not feeling good. My calf was hurting. I freak out about that pretty much straight away, and I'm like, oh, I'm injured again when I'm not injured again. It's, the growing pains of getting back going once you're coming back from an injury. Things are going to hurt. Things are going to feel uncomfortable. You're probably going to hurt something else on the way back, but probably not as bad. And was just one of those mornings, but stuck it out, got through it, all 5 sets. Was really proud that I'd done that. They were ugly. They were definitely ugly. The times weren't shocking compared to where they have been over the last couple of weeks, but I missed all of the splits that I'd been set, which is always disappointing, but you take the good and the bad and sort of move on, put that session behind. You're like, still good effort, still good Ks in the legs. And that was that. Had gym Tuesday morning, just a really light, easy session. Got it done, which was good. So then on to Wednesday. All right, so Wednesday is my cross-training day. I do a lot of cross-training, especially at the moment, because trying to keep the running kilometers probably a little bit lower for the next couple of months. I've had quite a few bone injuries over the last couple of years, and we're really trying to avoid that at the moment. So no doubles for me yet, and a bit lower mileage, so there's a lot of cross-training in there. As you'll come to see over time, I use the bike a lot, the wind trainer, do a little bit on the elliptical. Wednesday it was the bike. Decided only to do 60 minutes because my quads were just still absolutely wrecked from that trail run. More trail run footage here. It was worth it 100%, but by Wednesday I was starting to think this wasn't worth it, but it was. Luckily I had a massage Wednesday afternoon. I've still got the marks on my legs from the cups. I might put a photo of that here. It's always funny. So that was Wednesday. It's now on to Thursday. Thursday was 60 minutes, just easy. It's just that calf was just still sort of nagging. It's starting to get a little bit more stressed about it, which, if anyone who knows me knows that I don't stress easy. I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty chill dude overall. So managed to get an emergency appointment with my physio for Friday afternoon. Still had to get there. Light gym session on Thursday morning. That'll be my last gym session before Sydney, which is next weekend. I can't wait for that. And that was Thursday. All right, so Friday morning. Friday was pretty standard session at the moment for me, is 3 by 10 minute threshold. I was a bit stressed going into it because of the leg, but I managed to do something that I normally don't do, and was like, nope, just sort of forget about it and give it a bit of a push today, sort of almost just to prove to myself that there's nothing wrong. So I did that. It was a really good session. I did the worst thing you can do as a runner, and that's not start your watch at the start of the first rep, and it drove me mad because the first rep was my best one. This was a little bit of a decline session. Each rep got a little bit slower, but that's all right. Sometimes it was around 3:45 for the first rep, around 3:50 for the second rep, and probably around 3:55 average for the third rep, which at the moment is not bad for me. It'll needs to get faster over time, and it will. But I was really happy with it this week, and then luckily I had that appointment with my physio on Friday night because went in and it was pretty much what I thought it was. It's a very, very, very minor strain just in part of my calf. He said just sort of dip off running a little bit over the weekend, not stop running, but just if you start to feel it, stop. That brings us to yesterday and today. So yesterday I got 50 minutes done before I just started to get that little bit of a niggle in my calf. Then today got 60 minutes done, and then just it's like, with the race next weekend, I'm not going to push it. So that was the running week. And then in between all of that running, got a heap of art done. I put in some clips now of the drawing that I'm doing. I picked out all the pencils, which is always fun, going through everything. I think I've got 300 and something different colors to pick from. So you got to find which ones you need and then sort of test it all out and all that. Then I actually started the picture this week. It's always tricky when you first start a new picture because everyone's slightly different. You've got to sort of figure out which colors go where, and normally you get a couple of the colors wrong and you got to sort of pick through them and all that. But it was good. I made good progress this week. Got a heap of it done. Hopefully I get a heap more done next week, which is really cool. I'll start trying to incorporate more of that into these videos. So that's that too. All right, so it was a pretty simple video this week. Sort of still trying to get the hang of it, and this was more of if I don't put a video up this week, I probably won't put up a video next week, and how can you get good at something if you don't keep trying it? So it's consistency at the moment, just like with running. You've got to be consistent building into Melbourne, and that'll bring the best result possible. Next week, probably go over goals for Melbourne. I thought I might go over my shoe rotation at the moment because it'll be a taper week, and with this little calf issue, probably doing a little bit less running than I normally would, so that might be a bit boring, and my tapers for 10Ks are normally only 3 or 4 days anyway. So you got that to look forward to next week, and then the week after's video will be the Sydney Marathon, which I'm hoping to put a heap of extra time into putting that video together. That should be the first one that you get a bit more of a feel of what the kind of videos that I want to make are. So the last 2 weeks is really still just learning. So I hope you bear with me. You subscribe, follow, like the video so that other people can see it. And you come on this journey with me. And we're just at the beginning and there's a long way to go. I'm very excited about it. So I'll see you next week.